Hello everyone, good morning. Okay, class. Anyway, before we start the learning, did you hear my push? Is it clear or not? Okay, clear. So, what have you been, class? Good? Yeah, I'm good also, thank you. So, before we start the learning, who's absent today? Anyone? Who's absent today? No one? Okay, no one. After we discussed yesterday about descriptive, narrative, and today we're gonna discuss about anyone else? Yeah, recontext. Recontext is different about narrative and or descriptive also. So, what is recontext? I will put in for this descriptive. Recontext. What is your context? Anyone else maybe? Want to answer? Volunteer? Want to answer this question? Okay, not yet. Recontext So, recount text is a type of text that retell past events or experiences, and this experiences is fake because it's already happened, so that's why it's fake. And the purposes of this one is to inform and or to entertain the reader, like by sharing something that has already happened, even it's sad story or happy story. Okay, I will give you time even if you want to maybe write these materials, because in the last session I will give you assignment if time is enough. Yeah. Okay, next. So after the definition and the purposes, you can find the differences, maybe the main differences. Anyone can answer the main differences between narrative or recontext. Because sometimes people will confuse like what the type of this text. Now, I will give you the main differences. Usually like recontext is using anyone else? Using tenses, what tenses? Because it's already happened, so yeah, past tense. Past tenses. Okay. And narrative using it's no fact and we don't know it's already happened or not. present. Now, this is the main differences. So if you can find the story and it's same like details about experiences or something like that, and you confused like what is the type, maybe you have to find is that used past tenses or present tenses or future. Then you have to analyze this. Okay, next, after the main differences, the explanation or definition about recontact itself, I will tell you about characteristics. Recontext. The first is I'm sorry because I'm getting sick, so okay, next. First is, as I said before, is focus. Focus on past tenses. Next. Chronological. Now, this event presented in chronological order, and you should use time connectives such as like first, then, after, that, finally. Okay, I will write it down. That finally, okay. Now, the characteristic is give you more understanding about the recontext and what is recontext, the purposes, and the part. So, next is, after we know about definition, our characteristic, the differences, purposes. So, if you want to make recontext, you have to know structure of recontext. It's important if you want to write. If you want to write recontext. They have, oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Then Google Meet is almost done with. I will finish as he said. Now, for the structure, we have three: orientation, events, and reorientation. But what is the detail of the orientation itself? Maybe volunteer will answer my question. So, orientation is part give the backgrounds like the information, who was involved, where it happened, when it happened. Yeah, for the background. And what is event? What is event? Event itself is the main part of the story, like the climax, where the events are told in order. And the last is reorientation. Reorientation is like a closing statement to provide or to support the events and orientation, and it's usually over personal comment, conclusion, or feeling about the experiences, like the essence of the experiences. Now, you have to learn. You already learned about the structure, and maybe you can. Okay, I'm sorry, class, because our mix is already disruption. So I will next it. We already said about structure, definition, and what else? The purpose and the characteristic. Now, the next is third. Language features. So, for the language features, we already know using stances, okay? And the second one is action verbs. It's like the vocabulary, like the action vocabulary, such as visited, played, and traveled, something like that. Now, the third is time connectors. Time connectors such as like next, later, and afterward. Did you guys want to me to put it down? Okay, I will write down. Maybe if you want to. Okay, and the last one is specific, and one of specific participant. Now, in the specific participant there is a pronouns like I, my family, the student, the classmate. It's like for subject. Okay, until this part, did you have any questions so far? Anyone? Not yet. Okay, not yet. So the next is I will show you the example of recomplex. Recomplex. If you guys can see, can you see this screen? Okay. Anyone wanted to maybe want to read this example of recomplex? No one again. Okay. I will read it for you. Migrate to the page. For orientation, it's like introduction. If in our learning it's called warm up, yeah. Last Sunday, there's object of time. What last? Last is for tenses, past tenses. Last Sunday, my family and I went to Marina Beach to spend the weekend together. there's adjective, time adjective plus, and there's a verb to went, spent, now. And you can, after you analyze what is type, text, it's recount. Next, maybe in the erudition you're still confused. You can find the past tenses, or you can still confused about what is different. It's same like native or the other type text. In events, first, there's a first, yeah. First, we arrived at around 8 a.m. and the weather was very sunny. We set up a small tent and prepared our snacks. Then, my siblings and I played near the water. We built sandcastle and collected seashells. After that, we had lunch together while enjoying the view of the ocean. Later, we took many photos and walked along the shoreline. We were going home. And the reorientation. It was a wonderful day. I felt very happy because I could spend quality time with my family. And the last season is a reorientation. The writer tells the events, the experiences with the family. I felt very happy. This is the essence of the experiences, or the experiences, yeah. And the event, you can find there's a first, then there's a time correction. Yeah, it say maybe in the procedure, but it's different because in this recount there's a connected time, but they tell with the past tense, and the writer tells or put about the essence of experiences. Okay, after the example, maybe you still confused or want to ask something or curiosity, you just ask about to me. Maybe you can raise your hand or put your question on the textbook. Maybe I will give you time, or not yet. No one. So because you already know, okay, you already know about the example, how to make recount text, the part, the characteristic, the language features. So I will give you assignment. I think. Oh yeah, but I think the time is almost over. So this is for homework. Your homework. So I will give you assignment about. You have to make recount text about your maybe your last memorable day, or your last vacation with your friends, family, or anything else. And you have to identify like the orientation, the events, and the reorientation in your own text, in your language also. So if I detected you use ChatGPT or anything, I will give you 0 score. Maybe because I want to you explore your imagination and your understanding about this decision. Yeah. Okay, and if you already done, you have to submit in Google Classroom. I will share the link in Google WhatsApp later. So because this Zoom is almost over, before this class is over, do you have any question? It's important, your assignment. Yeah, it's important. Maybe you can ask for me, raise your hand, or put your question on the textbook. Okay, no one? Okay. So because no one asked to me about the question or your curiosity, I will close the session. Thank you for your attention, class, and sorry if this session is not pretty good, or there's so many distractions. I will say sorry, and I'm sorry about I'm late to your class and I can attend your class because I have something to do. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your attention. I hope you're doing great. And don't forget to submit your assignment, okay? Okay, okay. Okay, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you class. Have a nice day. Have a good day.